Hey guys, before we begin today's episode of Zombie Hunters 2, I just want to say a little something, and it may very well bring the mood down a little bit, but it has to be said. I'd like to dedicate this particular episode to the loving memory of my recently deceased monitor, which, shortly after recording the last episode, spontaneously died on me. So, yeah. Godspeed, Yama 1400. You lasted me through 3 towers. You are a fine monitor. But with that said, hello widescreen LED technology. Where have you been hiding and why didn't I buy you before? This is amazing! Anyway, with that out the way, back to the game. There exists a piece of punctuation called the interrobang, and it's a hybrid of exclamation mark and question mark, and it's used for situations when you need to use both at once. I would say situations like this, because the question mark, exclamation mark are still on the screen, but I'm speeding this up so it's probably long gone by now. Also, is this the point beyond which you can play as Reiko? No. No, you need to complete the game for that. That last paragraph right there, that is very deceptive, game, and I don't like you for it. Got my hopes up and everything. So hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Zombie Hunters 2. I'm your host TPC Gamer, and in our last episode, we slashed our way through a mall, because zombie uprising, that's what you do, you go to the mall, and we made our way to this place, the Twin Roses Bar, wherein we had just about the sexiest barroom brawl you've ever seen. Except for that one at the beginning of Streets of Rage 2. You know, the one with the dominatrices that made you feel all funny inside. Or was that just me? Huh. Anyways, we begin with a fairly basic fight. This is actually a little easier than what we've fought thus far. It's designed to lull you into a false sense of security, to think you're doing well. And that little back pirouette right there, that is, well, the game calls it a quick clean. And you use it to very quickly swipe some of the blood off your sword. It doesn't clean it completely, but at the same time, it doesn't take a lot of time, like fully cleaning your blade does. It's nice that they put in the little option to do it, you know, quickly and ineffectively, or long and very effectively. Wow, I'm on a roll for doing that. Yes, 2 counts as a roll for me. Anyways, it's a shame that we're not doing a blind run of this, I think, because I had the best reaction when I played this game and I saw the spider corpses. I mean, my initial reaction was to instinctively kill them for a while, because they are moving and I am not. It's that kind of game, you know? Then I noticed that there's some sort of gigantic spider, human, octopus, tentacle beast, and I pretty much just ran away going, nope, 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 and, you know, ran away to do something else for a while. I mean, there are very few things that scare me, guys, and giant spiders is easily one of them. There's no real tactic against the spider corpses. I mean, they're not weak or resistant to anything. Any attack can hit them, so really your best bet is just to shoot them until they die. Or, given the absence of a gun, just go wail on them with a sword. Except that actually 3 characters do have guns. Hana, Kiku, and Reiko, they all have firearms of some description, so those 3 can shoot enemies until they die. But you're stuck with swords and what have you. Although I suppose I'd take swords over guns in this situation. I mean, guns have a finite number of uses, they can stick, and you have to find the right kind of ammo for the job. Like, you know, you can't load a sniper rifle with pistol rounds, or vice versa. Swords, or well, any melee weapon with decent range for that matter, that's what you want, I reckon. Because, like, despite what games like Vagrant Story or Witcher would tell you, any one is as good as any other, pretty much, and one sword fits all. Of course, with that said, if you're going to be realistic about it, your best course of action is to just bunker down in your house, keep an eye on the entrances and exits, and just wait for a couple of days for rigor mortis and decomposition to set back in. But hey, who cares about realism when animate necrotizing fasciitis is on the table? It's a whirlwind folklore legend of not adhering to the laws of physics and biology, so, you know, use guns a lot, chainsaws are a good idea, always go for the headshot, and you should never, ever barricade your doors, because protection is for cowards. Okay, that particular move... Actually, no, I'll explain about that in a little bit. Yeah, so these guys, if I can get in position, I actually think I'll do some crowd control first. Enemies, yes. These guys are, they're called rotting zombies, and the game says that the only way to kill them is with the pierce attack, which it doesn't tell you about. Oh, come on. And the pierce attack is pretty hard to pull off. There we go. It's a Mortal Kombat style Kano heart rip, which is pretty great. They're completely invulnerable to your sword. But yeah, the fartillery move also works as well as tearing their heart out. They're also pretty weak to, Makoto's punches, which is quite nice. Anyways, yes, back about the zombie uprising. I think that, like, one of the nicest cards I ever saw, it ran, I think if there was a zombie uprising, I would find you and we would survive, or something like that. And I feel that if you can give that to a girl and she likes it, then, I mean, you found a pretty special lady right there. And my special lady right there moment came when I used the phrase cardiomyopathic in a Valentine's card. She was a nurse, see, and cardiomyopathy is the term for having a big heart. Like, literally, cardiomyopathy is when your heart is biologically larger than it should be. I don't know, I thought it was cute. And she didn't, but that's a sorrowful story for another day. And you know what, I think I kind of want to do some geek Valentine's cards, you know, like as a business idea. I mean, gamer cards, yes, but geek cards in general. Like, you could do roses are red in C code. You do, like, define roses color red, define violets color blue, and then you set up a string array containing the variables sugar and U, and name that array sweet. What if this was the Big Bang Theory? That would have gotten a huge laugh track. I don't know what you're looking at. But with that said, so would pretty much anything, I'm sure. Speaking of the Big Bang Theory, I'm at DragonCon a couple of years back, right? I get in the queue to get my ticket, and the woman in front of me turns and says how much I remind her of Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. And I'm like, how do I remind you? Is it my build, my mannerisms, my speech, my neuroses, my Vulcan hearing? Turns out it's just that the two of us both have short black hair. Just turned 7. I told you I was never going to stop doing that, and I meant it. By the way, I've seen that they're releasing a bundle of the first 3 Silent Hill games, except it's all HD and re-rendered, revoiced achievements, and it's all round next-genified. Although actually no, I recently read that they're taking Silent Hill 1 out of the bundle. But I do still want that bundle more than I can adequately explain in words, so I don't think I'm going to try. But since I have to give some indication of desire, here is an abstract noise. And I really have got to stop doing stupid audio-visual cutaway gags like that. I've got no idea how long the noise is that I'm going to use, so now I've just got to stay quiet and dub out the silence and everything matches up, and realistically that's almost exactly the same as how I'm dealing with the text scrolls, so I mean, there is that. So our next location is just a couple of loading screens away, and usually I don't really mind loading screens in non-linear games like this one, but, well, that's it, I don't even mind it in this game. But this bit is somewhat of an exception, largely because I feel that I know where I'm going, and I'm subsequently being punished with however many consecutive loading screens that you've just seen. I'll be honest, I wasn't really counting. Okay, something that I showed off, I think I showed off in the Reiko fight. I've been out to town and bought a new monitor since then. The first couple of episodes are just gone from my brain. You can actually use your sword to deflect or block bullets. Unfortunately, the game doesn't make any form of differentiation between where a bullet has come from, which leads to the absolutely hilarious situation where you can just hold up your sword and block an entire round of shot from a shotgun. I mean, I can kind of get I don't know if it would work, you know, physics-wise, but blocking a bullet from a pistol, yes. But an entire choke, I don't think that's going to happen, you know? Also, is it me, or are all of these shops incredibly empty? There's like 2 shirts in this store. And where are we? There we are. That's another thing that I don't like that this game tends to do very often. It tends to spawn stuff off camera and you're not able to see it. Am I going to kill these guys? No, I'm not. I think I'm going to... I will let them live. Or unlive for now. Let those guys go too. And do you know what? I think we're coming up on time for an episode. So join us next time when we continue with level 3. So until next time, goodbye.